Well, it would seem the best laid plans of mice and men Afghanaglay, as they say. Definitely intended to stream the other night and was really looking forward to having fun. But after we beat out the fever, that's when the strep throat hit. And so now it hurts when I swallow. Instead of me just, feeling like I'm on fire and cold at the same time and really weak all over. So, we're recording another 2 sets of Expo days offline, and we're going to upload them. And then, hopefully, when I'm back above the weather, we'll be streaming back to regularly scheduled content. Thank you guys so much for doing the voodoo that you do and watching this series and for all the support. With that said, welcome to VR Citizen. I'm Chachi Sanchez. And let's finish out these IAE Expos, shall we? To the tubes. Okay, and for day 9... Robert Space Industries, and then we just hop over to Best in Show and check out the community picks for ships, and I think there's actually some extra stuff hanging around there that we'll look to as well. So, wait a minute. Yeah, Apex Hall. Why is Apex Hall? Whatever. Alright, so let's get down there. So we got Robert Space Industries. As we all know, Chris Roberts is the big dog who made the original Wing Commander and Freelancer, took a break to Hollywood, and then came back and kickstarted what we are looking at today. So he's got his own named... Dude. He's got his own named... Got his own manufacturer named after him. And, yeah. They got quite a lot of good ships. The Connie, which would include the Phoenix, the Andromeda, and the Aquila. And the Taurus. So yeah, the Connies, great ships.
Is one of nature's most adept predators. Its patience immeasurable.
The Mantis.
Its focus indomitable.
It captures
Waits silently.
predators. Ships. It's got snare and quantum entanglement.
Identifying its unsuspecting target when it's most vulnerable.
Or quantum dampeners, or whatever this is that stops ships.
The Mantis strikes. Its prey never stood a chance.
So yeah, it can pull them out, and it can also hold them. It's basically an interdictor cruiser, but in medium fighter form. I'd say medium ship form, heavy fighter, probably a bit larger than a heavy fighter, as we'll see here. Ugh, swallowing hurts. Okay, so RSI Hall. Immediately we have all the Connie ships, which includes the Andromeda, the Aquila, the Phoenix, and the Taurus. So we have Mantis and Scorpius in the back, and then we have all the Auroras, another Mantis, I guess. And then we have the Ursa rover plus all the big boy triangle Dorito ships. So, let's go. Ooh. Okay. So, Constellation Andromeda. This is the gunship. Multi-person freighter is the most popular ship in RSI's current production array. Constellations are beloved by smugglers, merchants alike because they are modular, high-powered, and just downright iconic-looking. And yeah, if you've never been up into one, it's quite fantastic. with the cockpit and the seats. This is a very fine ship. Like, there is a lot to like here, especially with how the command bridge is laid out. And you got the pull-up table here. You got seating and living accommodations. And all of them have a really decent caboose on them as far as cargo goes. Some more than others, obviously, but, you know, it's what you pay for. Alright, so that brings us to... brings us to... I was about to say, did they not have one? Okay. The Aquila. Explore any distant horizons! Exclamation mark. The Constellation Aquila features a redesigned cockpit for maximum visibility, advanced sensors, and an onboard Ursa rover for planetary exploration. Let's see what's out there. So yeah, this has redesigned cockpit, which a lot of people might want if they're kind of anti-strut type of people. Honestly, struts don't get in the way in VR because you can move your head and actually not have the static image that you normally are used to. And honestly, these struts are probably worse than the original. The fact that they fold down. The goddamn HUD better be right here, because if it's centered right here, ooh, that's going to piss off a lot of people. But yeah, in VR, struts aren't a problem. You're actually moving your head around in the cockpit. I love this telescoping. I've always loved that. Because it has room for a human to stand up because of that collar that telescopes down. Alright. Now that's how you design strutless windows. So this is the Mantis. It's interdiction, obviously. Stop ships dead in their tracks with RSI's premier quantum enforcement ship. The Mantis features a tailor-made quantum enforcement device from Waytech capable of ripping ships out of its quantum snare. Ripping ships out of QT with its quantum snare and preventing hasty escapes with its quantum dampener. So yeah, it's got best of boths tucked away into the middle of the ship quite nicely. And then on top of the Mantis, you got the Scorpius. I don't think that was on the guide. Huh, oh well. Dude, really? But yeah, this is the X-Wing. It folds backwards, though, so that they don't get sued, because, yeah, this is not the X-Wing. I don't know what you're talking about. It looks completely different. It's even got a turret on the back and not an R2 unit. Okay, you know what? It's got a turret, not an R2. Okay. We got the heavy fighter with adaptive bi-wing configuration and revolutionary rail-mounted remote turret. The Scorpius offers unprecedented firing coverage, allowing for both defense and assault-minded applications. Yeah, it's a real cool ship. If you're wanting one of the more heavier fighters, this bad boy's it. Plenty of guns. Alright, RSI Connie Phoenix. So this is the touring ship. Dedicated luxury spacecraft for the discerning star captain. Constellation Phoenix can be operated as an organization command ship and features a luxurious redesigned interior Includes hidden sensor, dampened area for your most precious cargo. The Phoenix comes with a Linux rover and a Kruger P-72 Archimedes fighter. Oh yeah, and by the way, all of them come with snub fighters in the back, if that's your type of thing. So that's pretty cool, not horrible. And then, of course, if you're needing to get from A to B in a bit better of style than the other variants, this one is for you. All the crew quarters and stuff up front, because as soon as we get back into here, you know exactly what this is meant for. And, yeah. God, I kind of want to recreate that bar. I kind of do want to recreate that bar. That would be a nice bar theme to have at your own house. But yeah, it's got hot tub, plenty of aquariums and stuff for fishies and people, and double bedrooms and single bedrooms, a bunch of seating for luxury-oriented minded folk. So just a VIP ferry, or you know, the command ship. Not the flagship, but you know, where the higher ups stay. Oh my gosh, swallowing is killing me. You don't realize how much you have to swallow as you talk. Just cycling saliva and stuff until it like is very, very painful to do so. Okay, and that leaves us with the Taurus cargo. Enjoy the adventure of a multi-crew constellation on budget. The Connie Taurus is a dedicated freighter, fully configurable without all the bells and whistles. The Taurus is a great way to get started with crewed ships. So it's just got super big cargo bay is all. Nothing incredible to see with that. Alright, so let's head over to the side hall, check out all of the Auroras. I remembered. I knew their name. Here's the Auroras, and here's another Mantis for whatever reason. So yeah, Aurora, fantastic starter ship. You can actually do box missions with it, because you could fit a box in there. We have the Aurora LN, light fighter. With a more robust shield generator and a pair of additional weapon hardpoints, the Legionnaire is a dedicated combat fighter, built to handle any obstacle the universe can throw at you. So yeah, not bad for a starter ship. I believe you can throw a single giant torpedo on the top of that missile rack. It's got 4 gun mounts and some extra shields. This is not a bad fighting ship, or, you know, ship to use for fighting, because it's got a very slim profile, very thin all around, so you're going to be shooting at kind of a rod the entire time if you're fighting against it. You got the Aurora MR. Alright, hang on one sec, folks. Oh, okay. That'll numb the pain for a little bit. Let's go. Alright. Aurora MR. Light fighter. Perhaps you're looking for something that offers carrying capacity but has combat capabilities too. The Aurora Marquis comes with a pair of bearing quality lasers and high quality gun cooler system. That's much better on the Still hurts to swallow, but everything is just numbed up. Chloroseptic spray. Get you some when you have strep throat, folks. But yes, this doesn't have the living interior. Can you not just hop up in there? Enter ship. So yeah, it's got the spinning cockpit and... yeah, okay, single bed that you kind of crawl into like a tube. This one does not have the living interiors or living quarters, just the bed. I believe there is one variant, though, one of these that's going to have some extra space on the inside. I could jump into that one. Maybe because the ladder was down on the other one. Whatever. Alright, Aurora LX Pathfinder. Be proud of your roots with the brand new Aurora Deluxe. Built for the discerning pilot who never forgets where he or she came from, the LX features patent leather interior to guarantee comfort for those long stretches in the deep black. Leather interior. Is that all? Still looks the exact same to me, if I'm being honest. And then for some reason, I think this should have been... I think they had the Mantis in the front thing, and then they should have had the Scorpius here. But for some reason, we have two Mantises in the halls. So, whatever. Alright, we got the Aurora ES Pathfinder. The Aurora is the modern-day descendant of Robert Space Industries' X-7 spacecraft, which tested the very first jump engines. Utilitarian to a T, the Aurora is the perfect beginner ship. What it lacks in style, it makes up for in ample room for upgrade modules. And yeah, just, you know, same old, mostly same old Aurora. And that brings us to the last one, which is the CL, the light freight. Customized for mercantile and trading excursions, the Aurora Clipper is the perfect vessel for aspiring entrepreneurs and seasoned traders alike. Swapping a smaller power plant and armor capabilities for an expanded cargo capacity, Clipper ups the ante for personal merchant craft. So this one is the pure cargo variant. And I believe you clip on, cubes down below. And it just holds a whole bunch of little SCU cubes. There we go. And so, yeah, that's the bed area. I hope you're not claustrophobic, because it's definitely one of the more tightly cramped ones. But you get a bed. All variants have a bed. That's not bad for a starter ship. A lot of dedicated fighters definitely aren't going to be boasting a bed. So, yeah. With that said, let's head to the Hollow Halls. Yeah, okay. So I definitely wasn't missing it earlier. It is usually the galaxy. Or the star system. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay, that's the Stanton system. Those are planets and it's the moons. And they're all orbiting weirdly. Whatever. Alright, so RSI also has got a rover and then a bunch of giant triangles that they like to sell. So those triangles aren't in the game yet, but they promise to be quite a handful. So here's your Ursa rover. Built by RSI specifically for the planet side Explorer, the Ursa rover offers civilians military-grade all-terrain capabilities and stands as the rugged standard. You gotta stop repeating the same words. In-ground based scouting, mapping, and discovery applications. So what's great is that you could walk aboard it, and then you can go out the back, and it's got room for two at the front. And yeah, this is a fantastic little rover for you and a bunch of mates to get up and bullshit around in on a planet. Yep. Both of them are just the rovers. And then there's some empty seats over there. And then we got the triangles. So, let's start with the... the Perseus, the gunship. When RSI is set to make out the definitive modern statement in persuasive prevention, they looked into their own past to the historic gunship designated Perseus, capable of shredding sub-capital class Goliaths. The mere presence of a Perseus gunship in a blockade or patrol squad is enough to make your most aggressive enemies think twice before engaging, just like its vintage namesake. Alright. So yeah, this is basically meant to be a gunship and has these two giant size 7s, size 8s, capital shredders on the front. And then here's the next triangle. This is the Galaxy. Modular. Featuring a fully modular design and an onboard hang... Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Seriously? Really, dude? Oh my gosh. Featuring a fully modular design and an onboard hangar capable of deploying small ships, the cutting-edge Galaxy has versatility built into its DNA with a highly configurable main cabin that can be outfitted with comprehensive facilities to support cargo, medical, or refining operations. So yeah, slightly smaller triangle meant for civilians and has a modular backside thing that you can swap with medical or cargo or whatever. And here's another triangle. Corvette, the Polaris. Polaris is a nimble Corvette-class capital ship that packs a powerful punch with a full arrayment of turrets and torpedoes, intended for use as both naval patrol ship and to serve as the flagship of militia operations. Polaris has the capacity to perform search and rescue operations, light strike missions, and general security patrols. The Polaris includes the facilities to repair, rearm, refuel a single fighter, light bomber, or support ship. So yeah, it's got an internal bay that opens up from the top, I believe. And yeah, it can support one craft inside. And then we got another triangle. They like their triangles. RSI Apollo Triage. So this is medical. The legendary Apollo Triage, not triangle by the way, that's triage, from Robert Space Industries is the gold standard in medevac and rapid emergency response vehicles. Updated to support regeneration technology, the Apollo has a long history of providing critical aid to the Empire and beyond for well over 2 centuries. So yeah, this is going to be your standard medical frigate in any fleet, I would say. Because I think it has the tier 1 medical bed instead of the tier 3s, which can resurrect fully instead of just repair limbs. And yeah, that's it. Those are the triangles. And that does it for RSI, folks. And that technically wraps up all of the... Yeah, Mantis, Scorpius, Mantis. Weird. That wraps up all of the individual days for manufacturers at IAE 2952. We're going to head immediately over in the same video now and check out the best in show. There should be some fan-picked ships as well as some extra goodies that you might want to go check out while the time is still there. With that, that'll be probably the last video in this series, and then we'll be back to regular scheduled content one video every 3 to 4 days or so. I think I'm going to be trying to alternate between like a VR Citizen and then the Stalker VR Gamma playthrough with the storyline mode. So, I hope you guys will enjoy all of that when it comes. Obviously, being sick has put me back a little bit, but for now, let's go to day 10. Best in Show, open through the 30th of November. Alright, so Best in Shows. for this year include the RSI Scorpius, the Anvil C8 Expedition, the Anvil Carrack, and the Crusader Mercury Star Runner, which we've all seen and whatnot. But here's the really, really cool part is down below. Now, if you happen to buy any of these ships during the sale at all the past week or so, the past 10 days really, you get the red skin, the best in show skin. So every year there's a different skin for best in show pick for IAE. And this year it is the solid red skin that they're giving for all of the winners. So number one being the Carrack. Congratulations, best in show. So yeah, if you're looking to pick up red skinned variants of any ship, well, now is the time. And if you already have these ships, I'm sure there's a way to upgrade to best in show variants. I did it with one of my cutlasses beforehand. But anyways, so the real party yes. So we got basically you can buy armors, entire sets here. Sorry, I'm trouble swallowing. But they have on display some of the best and favorite picks of all the red armors in the game. I believe you can buy all of these red armors right now for like 50, 60 bucks on the main website. But you could come down here in person in the expo and literally just buy the red variants. One at a time, but it will allow you to do it all. Boink. And you could also try on suits and stuff. How do I look? Huh? E to exit. So yeah, if you're looking to get some armor as well as some weapons of choice, come on down here to the best in show. Now, on top of that, ooh, mama, you want the good stuff. They got it all. Everybody's like, they can't get sniper rifles anymore. Well, just come buy some. Get the lightning sniper rifle. Now, where's the grenade launcher? Light machine gun. There we go. Grenade launcher, baby. I'm going to buy one of those and then a few. So missile launcher or the railgun. I'm going to buy both of these. Ooh, fantastic. Yes. And then once you're done getting all the good weapons that you can't normally find or buy at stores anymore, just come over here and then literally every single ship is available for rent at this single kiosk. And you select by manufacturer, and if it's out here, if it's in the game, then you can rent it. And yeah, all of it's free. Get a Ion, get an A2, the Cartual. Watch it fall over when you spawn it. You get a Spera, the Blade, the Glaive. All of it is free, all of it to rent at these ship kiosks below. So if there's anything cool that you did want to try for 48 hours, then I recommend getting it here and now. I'm going to rent a Scorpius. Cool. Alrighty. And that is it, folks. Unless there's something over here. Crafting a better defense. Is this just armor sales? Armor of Mendo Ren. This detailed reproduction faithfully recreates the armor worn by Mendo Ren, a long-time member of the Ninetales. Had been tied to dozens of robberies and murders across the Stanton system before leading to the recent Siege of Orison. Oh, okay. So it's the Siege of Orison armors. Gotcha. Armor of Xenothreat Commander. This armor set is an accurate reproduction of the one worn by the infamous leader of the Xenothreat terrorist group, simply known as Commander. With their true identity currently unknown, they are believed to still be at large in the Pyro system. So creating a better defense. A system's best defense will always come from its residents. Special Agent in charge Bryce Balewa argued this point for years before becoming a leading proponent for the Civilian Defense Force, CDF, a volunteer militia called upon by the UAE military and advocacy to provide support during times of crisis. His extensive experience in law enforcement convinced him a strong and trusted partnership between not only local security forces, the advocacy, and the Navy, but also skilled individuals would be the best security option for helping to safeguard the people of the UAE. In 2944, Balewa gave a speech at the Civilian Security Summit on this exact subject and was approached after by Amanda Zhang, a prominent lawyer and militia rights activist. Together, Balewa and Zhang, Zhang, I don't know. I want to say Zhang because of Xian, but that's an alien race. Drafted a proposal calling for the formation of the CDF so locals, either independently or as part of a militia, could be quickly deputized as provisional law enforcement in times of an emergency. The Civilian Defense Force was officially created in January 2947, and after months of intensive planning, the fledgling organization had its first mission to help evacuate the people on Tangaroa, Helios 2, threatened by sudden and intense volcanic activity. Whether it's defending the shipping lanes from raids by increasingly aggressive outlaw packs or running relief to those affected by natural disasters, the CDF has quickly proven to be a vital part of system security across the Empire and has become a beacon of the people's power to overcome adversity when they work together. Very cool. So yeah, Civilian Defense Force. Basically, whenever there's a big old in-game mission... Oh! Find us on Spectrum. Presley Party Co. Party all the time. Yeah, no. Well, so what is this? Everyone was talking about a crate. Presley Party Supply Co., a small new Babbage event rental service that went out of business in 2944. The Ninetales used crates belonging to the defunct Presley Party Co. to smuggle in weapons and technology onto Inspiration Park in preparation for their recent attack. Gotcha. So this is a leftover crate from Siege of Orison. Cool, cool. And then resupply of INS Jericho. Oh, hey, yeah. It's the Jericho mission. Oh, how fun. After a brutal Xenothreat attack against the Navy supply ships, CDF volunteers were instrumental in restocking INS Jericho with much-needed crates of Zeta-Prolinine, Dilutheramex, Acryloprex, despite the difficulty in transporting such sensitive materials. So this is one of the server-wide multiplayer events where players got to go do resupplies for a capital ship, and then if it got resupplied, it would go fight and then take on these other capital ships for the pirates. Top CDF contributors. Interesting. Organizations: Nova Intergalactic, Test Squadron, Evil Organized, Black Star Initiative, the Corporation. I think I'm semi a part of the Corp. I think I'm still on their roster somewhere. Atlas Defense Industries, Operation Pitchfork, Explore, Skunkworks. Hey, good old Skunkworks. Das Cartel. With individual volunteers being FCU Wasa, Del Balta, De Balta, the Baba Yaga, Triple E, Mr. Venator, Ricky 01, Ramirez, Veteran Clacky, Sindos, and Katsushika Oi. Stronger as a community. 31,214 brave volunteers risked their lives in the Stanton system to face the threat posed by the Nine Tails and the Xeno threat. Together, they completed over 80,000 missions, the results of which saved countless lives. Join the CDF in honoring those who went above and beyond in service of the greater good and volunteered time and time again to help the people of Stanton. So yeah, I love the CDF, the Civilian Defense Force, as a way to do missions and whatnot as a server, like an emergency type response force to piracy or natural disasters. I think it's fantastic, and I can't wait for more of them and their dynamic spawning in the future. And so that's it, folks. That's Best in Show, and that's IAE 2952. And once again, I'm going to basically rest, and I'm going to try to get myself better and above the weather so that we can start streaming hardcore again. Here in a couple days, expect me to be back online at regular time and uploading with the regular streaming, or streaming with the semi-regular streaming schedule and uploading with the regular schedule of once every 3 to 4 days. I hope you guys enjoy what's coming soon with the Stalker VR series, as well as the musical intro that I'm working on for it. With that said, thank you guys so much for flying with me. Until next time, stay safe and fly right. Now I'm doing it. I'm repeating words in the same sentence. But anyways, y'all have a good one. I'm going to go rest. Left, right, left. Alright, goodbye IAE 2952. Sure was fun.